So I have a question. We moved to this new house. Like I guess it's coming up on 2 years now. It was we downsized from our family home, and it's just my husband, myself, our dog Ben, it's right there, and our daughter, our 24-year-old, still with us for a little bit longer. But we have some houses going behind us, and they're a little closer than I kind of thought they would be. They look really bright right now because they have the blue wrap on them, so that it's going to look better. They're going to look like brown and like colors that blend in. But I'm really curious what you guys would do with my deck for ideas. I'm trying to think of ways to do privacy, but it still looks nice. Like I don't want to put necessary big privacy things, but I'm trying to think like with greenery or whatever. But I'm just going to turn around, and don't mind the snow. We live in Canada. We had grass the other day, and now we just had a freak snowstorm. But hang on, I'm going to turn around. So see the nice blue buildings back there? So this is a little deck that we have out here. You can see it here, it's nice. And I like to sit out here sometimes in the summer, and this year I'm going to have people behind me, which these are, I think it'll be fine. I was a little freaked out when they first went in. These are, they're like retirement condos, so they're built for kind of like 65 and up, and they're fairly expensive. So I do expect them to be just like an older couple, maybe even snowbirds that go south for the winter. But this is where I'm trying to figure out, and if you have any ideas of what you would do on this deck, just to give some privacy. And actually, while I'm at it, I'm going to take you to this side. This is another view right here. You can see them. It'll be much better when they're not bright blue anymore. But here again is my deck. And I have these little plants in the corner, but I'm not sure. So give me your ideas. And over here, and here's the rest of it, we have this patio down here. Now I do have this nice big umbrella, and it's one of those giant umbrellas that opens up that will give some privacy for here. But I'm even thinking about putting up like a pergola or something kind of here that would take your eye line. We do have trees all in the back, and I mean, they don't have any leaves on because it's still really cold. And that the guys in the blue, like the condos, the developer actually puts trees in all the way down. So I think in like 2 years that'll be good. But in the meantime, I'm just trying to figure out what to do because I do like my privacy, and I feel like they're really close. And like I said, the blue isn't helping. But just, yeah, if you have any ideas, I would love to know, because I do love my home and I do love being outside. So I don't want to feel like I have to like not go outside, or stay inside. But yeah, when we first moved out here, we moved from an older house. Our house was built in 1952, and it was more of a older style house, and we loved it. But we had been in it for, how long had we been at? I think 25 years. Yeah, somewhere between 20 and 25 years. And we renovated it when we first bought it, and then it was coming to the point where it needed to be renovated again because we'd gone through 3 kids, a bunch of different dogs, and just life, right? So that's when we kind of went, okay, maybe it's time to move, and we weren't sure where we were going to move or what we were going to do. And we came out to this area, which is just like maybe 15 minutes away from where I used to live. I used to live in the city. We are now like 9 minutes outside of the city where I live. Still very close. It's like 9 minutes to Costco, but it's kind of like pretend country living, and I love it. I love, love, love it. But when we first bought, there was nothing. I'm turning you around again for a sec. There was nothing. It was all prairie. So I just kind of looked out on nothing. And now it's all slowly going in. Like I said, it won't be blue anymore, but I just kind of need to figure out how to do the privacy thing. Yeah, so because I'm not moving again. So yeah, if you have any ideas, definitely put it down below. And I'll do another video as I'm figuring things out of what I'm doing so that we can share ideas. But please comment, because I'm dying to know what I should do. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. I hope you'll subscribe, hang out with me in the next video, because I do a lot of videos about being like in our 50s, going into my 60s this year, becoming empty nesters. I'm almost one, and just all the changes physically. I actually went for my yearly physical today, and I was like, oh, I'm struggling a little bit to lose weight, and I'm not heavy, but I'm heavier than I was before menopause, however many years that was ago. That was like 5 or 6 years ago now, I guess. And just struggling to get rid of that weight a little bit, like just the extra weight. My doctor was talking to me about it. She's about the same age as me, and she was just like, you got to cut down the carbs. You got to cut down the potatoes, the rice, the pasta. And I was like, oh, all the things I love. And the sugar. And I was just like, ah. So I'm actually really going to try, because you know what? I'm running a half marathon. I go to the gym and I'm not losing any weight. So I'm realizing I really actually have to focus on what I'm eating. It was kind of good for me to hear. I kind of knew it, I think, but I didn't really want to know it. So when I got weighed today, I was like, oh, because I'm running a half marathon in like 2 weeks. I've been training for a couple of months and I still weigh the same. I think I look better, but I still, I just like, I don't know. But anyway, that's a side note. I'm also going to maybe share some healthier recipes that I'm doing too on here that we can use, because I think as we get older, we should all be probably bringing our carbs down. Like for dinner tonight, I picked up some steak and some broccoli, and I'm going to cut up some carrots. I do have some rice noodles, but I'm going to have a smaller amount. Instead of filling my plate with rice noodles like I like to, I'm going to have this much rice noodles and this much of the veggies and the protein. That's what I need to do. So just kind of resetting my thoughts a little bit, and just remembering, because I think I used to eat a bit more like that. And I think I've just been really enjoying my carbs this year, maybe for the last few years. So anyway, yeah, and if you have good recipes, feel free to share those down below. I might even try them and put them on the channel. Who knows? But anyway, thanks for hanging out. And again, I hope you will subscribe and hang out with us. See you in the next one.